Okay, so, another episode, another new review for Steven Universe. And this is the episode that I was really waiting for, the new Crystal Gems, an episode finally showing that's going to be totally focused on Connie, Peridot, and Lapis, and Pumpkin. So, this episode is pretty much kind of, the whole story is that Connie's telling the story of how she, Lapis, and Peridot formed a new Crystal Gems team to watch over Beach City while the whole thing in space is going on. And you'd think that Connie would be upset that... And I saw a lot of fan art and fan theories that, oh, maybe Connie's upset that she didn't get to go. And then it's, and then you remember, oh yeah, this isn't a show on the CW. Connie's a better written character. Oh, by the way, better written female character. Yeah. Because if this was a CW show, she would be totally pissed off and make this all about her, while the main characters had a very good reason. Isn't that right, Iris? Oof. Sorry. I just couldn't help but think of that. Think of this whole thing with Connie, and not think of all the, again, Steven and Connie are probably is a way better written relationship, and they haven't kissed, and they're not really romantically connected, unless you count Stevani. But still, they're a better written couple, without even kissing, than nearly 99.9% of CW couples. We all know it. That's a fact. That is a proven fact right there. Anyway, so the story is that Connie, Peridot, and Lapis technically meet for the first time, and it's hilarious when because Peridot has technically never met Connie, even though she was at the birthday, but Peridot stayed away from everyone to work on the drill. So she didn't this is her first time meeting Connie officially. Lapis as well, even though I love that moment where Connie tells Lapis, "You nearly drowned me," and Lapis is just like, "Oh, I nearly drown a lot of people." Oh man, Sundre Lapis is best Lapis. Baka. Anyway, so the Peridot gets this brilliant idea to make them the new Crystal Gems, where Connie gets to be Steven, Amethyst gets to be Lapis gets to be Amethyst, and Garnet pretends to Peridot. I'm getting tongue-tied already. Peridot becomes Garnet, and they make Pumpkin Pearl. And by the way, can I just say, Lapis attempting to do humor is completely hilarious. Can I just say that? Also, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have already done 5,000 pieces of fan art of Lapis with that new hair, with the new Amethyst style hairstyle. I am totally tripping over my words. I am totally sorry about that. Anywho, this episode was pretty fun. I actually thought that this was actually going to involve the rubies, because if you guys remember, during the whole event in space, Steven and the gems ran them over in the asteroid belt, and you saw them flying backwards. So I thought this episode would be that the rubies would be fighting the new Crystal Gems, but no, it's more or less a slice of life type story. That's the gist of it, which is fine. We kind of needed a breather after that huge event we had, and I'm pretty sure next week's episode, the whole thing of what goes on in Steven's room. I forgot the title of it, but it involves Steven's room and getting more answers. I'm pretty sure we kind of need this moment to kind of be like, okay, I need a breather. So, yeah, at one point, I'm like, I wanted to see them fight the rubies, because I thought that's where it was going to go. But on the other hand, I'm like, okay, you kind of need this breather. You really do need a breather like this for storytelling such as this, especially the event we had a week or so ago. This was pretty fun. I enjoyed a lot of the humor between Peridot and Lapis, and how they kind of make fun of the Crystal Gems. And I love that moment where Connie attempts to do a whole Steven speech, and Peridot and Lapis are like, you messed it up. You're supposed to be crying, way more emotional. I love how, this episode does something that Steven Universe is really good at, on a whole, the show. That being, it can do things without being completely blaring it out, like how they can do a episode where they make fun of themselves without breaking the fourth. Well, they broke the fourth wall in the Uncle Grandpa crossover, which is also pretty good. But it was nice to see them kind of make fun of themselves rather than the have little jabs at the fandom in fun ways, like in the Uncle Grandpa crossover. But in here, it was a lot of fun to see them pretend to be those characters. And it was kind of interesting to see that, even though they're thousands of years old, Peridot and Lapis still act like children, in a way. Yeah, and even Connie brings it up. And it's this was all around great, because these three personalities are so vastly different that it's kind of... I'd love to see them hang out together more. I'd love to see Connie, Lapis, and Peridot get together more often and just hang out more. Can we do that? Can we get another episode of just these three together? Can we get that? Maybe in somewhere in the Boom Studios comics? Is that a possibility? Anyway, so what did you guys think of this episode? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Just comment below, let me know, and once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.